What's that, Eric? What'd you say? Wait, what do you mean we're shooting another episode of this podcast? Wait, is this the one about porn?
No.
Oh, it's not. So what's this one about? Fortnite? No, we did that one last week. Oh, the guys game. No, wait, no, not that one. Oh, we're doing South Park. We're doing the Stick of Truth, aren't we? Let's go. Let's get to it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Co-Flop Gaming.
Right here, it's your player one, winner of today's game. Don Pachi's here.
Fuck you. And I'm your player number two. My name is Talej. Just kind of to recap of what Don Pachi just said, each episode we try to play any small game to decide who's going to introduce themselves first. I've kind of established that every time it's just us two, he's the one always winning. But every time we have a guest, so recently I've been winning for the past 4 or 5 months. So, fuck you.
Yeah, he has been, and there's witnesses for that. So there's no witnesses whether me and him if I win or not. So
oh, that's how you want to go out?
yeah,
okay. Type shit. Okay, so just like what we kind of said in the intro, we are going to be talking about South Park: The Stick of Truth, which is not their first game ever, but one of their first RPG games that they have created. I believe so, right?
Yeah, Matt and Trey, this was their idea of how they wanted South Park to be, like their game.
Mm-hmm. Like, so, in this game, it basically is an RPG game. So, kind of like a light version of any RPG game you could think about, whether it's like, you could think of like Final Fantasy or Pokemon or like other RPG games now, like Last Epoch or Path of Exile,
Persona,
or anything along those natures, where
or the Order 33,
where you pick a character. So you pick a character and then you pick your team and then you basically go on an adventure. What this one has gone over is basically the episode where it's like their Lord of the Rings episode, and then that's basically where it starts off. So for first question I wanted to ask was, what made you like want to play this game? Like, for me, I know I wanted to play it because 2 reasons. One, it was one of the first games I bought when I got my PC over COVID, and the game was super cheap. Like, I got this game plus their other RPG game, Fractured Butthole, for like $12 for both of them. So I was like, oh, that's a steal. Let me try this out. Again, big RPG fan, so I was like, it's a no-brainer. Let me play this out. Let me try this out. And it's South Park. Like, I've grown up watching South Park my entire life. So I'm like, let me try this out. Let me see what it's like. So that's what like initially drew me into the game.
For me, it's just always loving South Park. I grew up watching South Park since the Bigger, Lager, and Uncut movie when it came out. So that was me and my brother's first rendition of a adult cartoon. So we didn't know. Obviously, there was cuss words in it. We just repeated their songs and just sang it without even thinking about the cuss words. But I was always into it, even playing in the N64 game. I remember going to my mom's house when she cleaned houses for clients, and then one of them had an N64 with the South Park game, so that's what I would play. And it reminded me a lot of like Turok, because I don't know if anybody's played Turok before, but that's how the first South Park game was, and I liked it. And
South Park game, the first South Park game of the N64 was more based on like a storyline game, but not like more like RPG, right?
No, it was definitely just a shooter, like story shooter game. Yeah, it was an RPG. They had other games too, which were like Chef's Love Shack, the Rally Racer, which was supposed to be like Mario Kart, and then the other one was like pretty much like a Fabio Few type of game. It wasn't more Forte. More it was like shooting, where it's like they had different cool weapons and you could play multiplayer, so it was really fun.
Right.
Almost like GoldenEye type.
Right. Because I feel like around the N64, a lot of those games were kind of like the same. It just depends on whether or not it was, what's the word? Like themed differently, right?
Yeah. Well, compared to like this one, This was all Matt and Trey Parker's idea. I felt like they didn't have creative control on the other one. They were just given the rights to like game creators and let them do their thing. But then, and this is exactly why they talk about it, is to say they don't like that games. And after replaying it, the boss at the last level is pretty ass. Like
the one on N64.
Yeah, okay, like it's really fucking tough to play. Like even if you had cheats, it's still stupid. Like to like beat. But I recently played it and it was fun until I got to the boss, and I can see why they got angry with it because they didn't really have creative control of what they did compared to what they have now with Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole. It was so good. Like they were like you get to interact with people. There was a lot of elements from the show,
right?
A lot of scenes that you remember, a lot of things you're like, oh yeah, there's like a lot of stuff in Easter eggs, and then it's always funny. Like what I love about it is that they stay up to times with humor, like what's going on in the world and everything, and they like try to make it funny. So like no one's safe, and they implemented that in the game during the time, while also implementing like the Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones at the time.
Right. And I think what I like about it too, like they make it very niche that they want it to still look like the show, right? So like as you're exploring the world and everything like that, if you open people's doors, there's random shit happening, right?
Yeah.
Like in one of the scenes, like I remember when you're exploring the town and you open one of the doors, it's just some dude in a gimp mask fucking a horse. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then other times it's like you open it up, it's like family having dinner, or it's fucking like a dude jacking off. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is very, very South Park, very raunchy, very like, I don't care what's gonna happen, but these are what people do in their private home, and you shouldn't be walking in. And that's kind of like the funny part of it too, because it's like in the show, they random stuff happens like that, but in the game, like they kind of poke fun of like you shouldn't be walking into people's houses, which is what like a lot of RPG games do. Like you just walk into random places and nothing happens. But in this game, they tell you like, "What are you doing in here?" and like they close you out. I'm like, I think that's hella funny.
It is hella funny, and then also like it's like it does like the animation that they do in the game, so it's not like a 3D model and just like walking around like normal. Right, it's like 2D, like drawing and then like walking side to side, waddling,
right,
like into place or anything.
Right, and like I was watching a review about it before I started playing it the first time, right? And I think that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make the game exactly like it feels like the show. Like, granted, like when you're doing the gameplay, you can kind of see the difference, but it still looks like you're watching the show. But when it goes into cutscenes, the cutscenes are exactly like how the show is made, right? So it's like a cardboard cutout, like a 2D layout, making sure like it looks like paper-like, right? Like the classic South Park look.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like was great about this game. It's like kind of like what I've said in like past episodes when it comes to show type games. Like they keep it very niche to how the show looks, like including the background and everything like that. Like the houses still look 3D. You have the cartoon elements of like the sun coming out and everything like that, right? And they keep it very niche to how the show was like. So if you watched the Stick of Truth episode of South Park, they exactly like what Don Pachi's just said. Like it's very Lord of the Rings, very Game of Thrones-ish. Like all the characters are based off of any other like wizarding character that you can see. Like if you look at Eric Cartman, he's based off like a Dumbledore, Gandalf the elf type shit. Gandalf the elf, did I say that right? Hell no, I said
Gandalf the elf type shit.
Nah, sorry, rephrase that. Like more of like a Gandalf type, where it's
the
like,
warlock.
He's like a warlock. He's wearing a wizard hat with a cape and everything like that. Kenny's dressed up as like a fucking princess, which is hella
Kenny.
funny. And it's funny because then in the show and in the game, right, they are playing, right? So they're technically like role playing. And then it's so funny in this one because Kenny plays the princess, the fair maiden, and then some of his in some of his cutscenes, he plays into the role of a female, where he shows his titties and the boys want to go up to him. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it's like a move. Yeah, it's like a charm move. It's really funny.
But then they also did it in the show. I'm like, I get it because he's a girl, he has boobs, so the boys are supposed to be attracted to him. I was like, I get it. I'm like, okay. So they play into this role play in this game really well, and they poke fun at it the entire time too, because it's South Park. South Park pokes fun of everything. They break the fourth wall constantly over and over, and they just don't give a fuck what they put in their game, what they put in their show. And I think that's what made me stick around for the gameplay.
Yeah, stick around, stick true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also like the elements of where it's like you're interacting with different things, like how you're saying like you go to people's houses and stuff. But they kind of made it where it's like not only like a role playing, like turn based game. They also made it to like where you could interact with the stages and like where you are in the map and everything. So like it guides you to the next part of the stage, or if you don't do it right, like you might get hit and get damaged or something,
right.
before battle. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Right. Let's get into the gameplay of it. So like when it comes to the gameplay, like when you start the game, you pick your fighter, and then the 4 classes that they have, let's go see what they are. The 4 classes are like any other RPG. You pick a class, you stick with it, and you keep going.
Right? They have like one specific class, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. In any RPG games, there's always the common like the warrior fighter type, which is like your tank and high damage performer, right? Mm-hmm. Then you have your sorcerer, mage, wizards type, very very range based, very magic based, and then you have your assassin, rogue, thieves type, which is more of like your far range combat, or close range combat with a smaller weapon, but then more of like your stealth and your speedy type attacker, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's your healer, your priest, or your cleric in most games, which is basically like your support. Yeah. And then they heal and everything like that, give buff to your characters and all that good stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And cause buffs to your I already said that. Buffs to your team, but also debuffs the other team, and even does stat damage and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read this off, and I'm also gonna describe it like how Eric Cartman described all these classes in the game. So there's 4 different type of characters. 4 different type of classes that you can pick. So the first one.
You mean 5 because you named 4, right?
No, this one's 4.
Oh, okay.
How I listed everything out in normal RPGs, those are the common ones.
Got it. Okay.
But they're like the same shit.
Got it.
Type shit. Like warrior and
type
fighter
dig.
Are kind of like the same shit.
Type dig.
Okay, so the 4 main classes, as told by Eric Cartman. The fighter. A fighter has courage, honor, and the ability to kick fucking ass. Next, the mage class. A mage is like a wizard, only not as cool. Thief, a stealthy class that requires intense skill and sneaky feet. What?
He said sneaky feet.
Yeah, bro, that shit's wild.
That's a crazy.
The last one, Jew, huh? So I guess we'll never really be friends. So again, these are all listed in the game. These are all the 4 classes. So fighter, mage, thief, and Jew. The descriptions of it are all based off of Eric Cartman. When it comes to this, again, all 4 of the same type. So you have your fighters, which is like your tank knight type of build. Your mages, like your wizard types. Your thieves, which is like your more speedy type of plays. And then in this game, the Jew is the healer, the support, and the high priestess, or however you want to put it. But in the game, the Jew is actually the strongest one towards the end, just because of all the abilities that it has. So that's kind of good to know. But yeah, Donpachis, good sir. During this gameplay, which character did you pick?
Like for a support or like
no.
Like
What character? Did
I picked Thief, just because I was more into like Assassin's Creed type of character.
Right.
Like I was more close range, but it was like wanted to be fast and stuff because I know I wanted to get things done fast. I'm not a very patient person when it comes to role playing games. You know, you kind of have to be turning based stuff.
Not necessarily.
But yeah, I kind of wanted mine fast, but then I felt like I was gonna balance it out and try to get stronger with it, so it'd be OP.
Right. Funny enough, I also picked these just because that's the main one that I always pick in majority of RPG games. The reason I do pick that is just because, again, it is the faster build. You can get in and out of things quickly, but then you do run into the
tanky bitches.
No, you do run into the risk of getting knocked out right away. So that's kind of like the biggest throwback when it comes to picking a thief rogue class, is that they're the fastest, they cause good damage, but then you can get knocked out right away with a heavy attack.
Yeah, like really quick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But again, like exactly what you said, like it's the fastest archetype. You can get through a battle the fastest if you know how to play it well, and it's just one of those you just have to strategize different.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what made, like, that's the reason why you picked it, just because you wanted to get through it fast?
I thought the hoodie looked cool.
I also thought the hoodie looked cool.
I was just for that character. I was like, you know, like the hoodie kind of looks fire.
I thought the hoodie looked cool too, but I also just liked it because then there was this one move that they do where he sneaks up on you and like they do like a close up and you're stealing money from somebody. I'm like, is this necessary? And then Eric Cartman's always like, oh, you're stealing. You're such a thief. Wow, playing closely to your role. I see. But then like it's like those are like the commentary that makes like that the one funny to me.
Yeah.
But then I will say that what the jokes that they made in the Jew class, it's like throwing the Star of David and everything like that. I was just like, oh, they went there.
Yeah, they'll go there. They don't care.
But yeah, so that's kind of like the one thing. But like, they always make comments for everything. They go when like even when you're healing, they're like, so you're just gonna let me die? Like you're just gonna let me down? They're like, oh, so you are gonna heal us. Oh, that's great. I think that's one of the things that makes the gameplay funny is just the commentary in the background the entire time.
Yeah, it's not annoying. It's like it's enjoyable.
Right.
Like, 'cause you know some things the people can't do it right, but I think South Park has that like charm to be able to do it.
Mm-hmm. It's like one of those things we all know that South Park is so super out there, and then like they're out of pocket. They're raunchy. They don't give a fuck of what they got to say. So it's kind of like one of those niche things. Like if this gameplay wasn't like this, if these characters weren't like super outrageous, like it wouldn't be like as fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But like it's like it immerses you because then at times you do kind of want to fuck up just to hear what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? Or you do want a character to like die because you want to hear what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of like one of the things that makes the game fun because like when you win, they're gonna say something. When you lose, they're gonna make a joke too. So it's like it really fits the niche of the show again. But yeah. So the gameplay of it's super simple. I think you have about three people or 4 people on your team, including yourself, right?
Yeah, I would say 3, 4 people. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 or 4 people on your team, and you're fighting about 3 to 4 people as well. So it's like again, it's
actually it's like 2, like 2 against whoever.
Oh,
right?
I think so.
It's just 3 or 4 people that you're able to choose from.
No. Okay. So yeah, when it's in the gameplay, it's you and I think you could support up to 3.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Okay.
I think you're thinking of Fractured Butthole.
Oh yeah, I probably am.
Yeah.
But okay, so in this one, it's basically you and another support character, and you go up against like another team, right? So like just like any RPG game, as you're walking around, you're gonna find your villains, right? You go up to them and you encounter them, and it's just a turn-based style type of game. Like you make a move, they make a move. If you do a certain stat where it makes them either poisoned, stunned, or knocked out, then it goes back to your turn. But so far it's always back and forth, which is kind of like simple like any RPG game. You get to pick about up to 4 different moves per character, whether it's going to deal damage, deal buffs, or cause stat difference, or what else am I missing?
Cause stat difference, debuffs, summons. You forgot
Summons as well. So like in the game, like as you can summon Jesus Christ himself too,
or Morgan Freeman.
I don't remember if it was in this one, but I think you can also just summon any random character like Mr. Slade as well too.
Yeah, he's a power up.
Yeah, and like
he puts you up your butt.
Yeah, so one of his ones, like you send him out, and then like he'll put you up his butt, and like it's kind of like a one-shot hit.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
You could also revive people too with some of your stats.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Like the game also even if you pick a certain class, what the game kind of does, you can pick any weapon and it will go with it. It's just how much you're wanting to power up that weapon, how many charms you have.
You customize it the way how you play. Yeah, and
then you could also add like different stuff to your costume and costume. Yeah, well, like your costumes and everything like that too. Whether if you want to you look more roguelike, or if you want to like still dress up like a fighter, if you want to just look like one of the Jew characters, like anything along that matter, like that's what it will cover. And that's basically like the gameplay in a nutshell. But besides that, a lot of the side quests as well, right? Where you're figuring out puzzles and mazes and everything,
collecting your Pokemon.
Yeah, that's kind of also one of my favorite ones that I wanted to bring up. Like, of course, every game has their side quests and their side missions, right? And like them putting Chimpokemons everywhere was hella funny.
Pokemon.
So if you look in the background, they added that into their game where it's basically they put their Chimpokemon everywhere and you have to click on it and collect all 30, I believe so.
Was it 30?
Yeah,
it
it's
might have been 30. Yeah.
Yeah. And then as well as another one of their side quests, there's like missing kids, but they're playing hide and seek and you have to find all the missing kids.
Yeah, on hide and seek. Like, you literally have to look through different interactions of the stages and find them.
I hella forgot about that one too when I was playing. So I remember when I was cracking up because I went in and I was like, who is this kid? And I went in to talk with them. They're like, thank you for finding me. And like, oh, I should probably go home. And they just run off. I was like, fuck was that? But yeah, what's some other side quests?
Like, make sure to talk to everybody to add you for your Facebook friends.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Yeah,
I kind of like that one because I remember when I was playing that part and you're adding people to your Facebook list.
It reminded me of the Facebook episode
Right.
Stan, where he like gets all hella friends from out of nowhere, just being himself,
Right.
not even interacting with it. It's just so funny.
Yeah, and it was also just funny because it reminds me of that one feature in Heart Gold and Soul Silver where it's like every battle you do, you have to collect people in your Poke Gear. That's what it reminded me of.
Oh yeah, it's like for phone numbers and stuff for like them to help you. Yeah.
And another one is collect flowers for Kenny's. What is it? It says help Kenny in a Koopa Keep, whatever the fuck that means. But it's basically, I think it's for like his crown in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you are collecting that too. Yeah. But then like, and just like every other game too, there also is like side quests and everything like that too. Like one of them is to defeat like the zombie Nazis and everything like that.
That connects later on, I think, in the end.
Like that's more like towards the end. In the beginning, there's also you get abducted.
Oh, by aliens.
By aliens, which is actually what starts the game.
And you play with Randy Marsh.
Yeah, and you play with Randy, but then it's like drunk Randy, so he's in his underwear just fucking up zombies. Fucking up aliens.
It's just so funny.
But then basically what happens is like you get probed in this game, and like kind of like in the first episode of South Park where Eric Cartman gets abducted and he has a satellite up his ass. They kind of do that to your character, and that's kind of one of your niches, and that's kind of like what they need from you too.
And like you can power it so like you can either like do a lot of damage to a lot of people or just one single.
It's not even just that. Like what they use it for in the game too. Kind of like think like Persona, where it's like you're reading the field and everything like that, and you're trying to find.
It's wild that it has to like be up your butt though.
Right, that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, that's where they went.
Yeah.
And then as well as helping collect items that you're trying to find, whether it's your Pokemon or you're needing to use one of your allies to do a puzzle, right? Whether it's breaking a tree branch or fixing an electrical box or anything like that too. Another thing that the game does do too, which I hella forgot, but it's actually a big plot of the game, is farting.
Yeah.
Because remember, at any time you can fart and you can clear a room, and then you don't have to fight any of those.
Literally clear a room.
You don't have to fight any of the bad guys there. Or what they also do, you can fart and change time.
Yeah.
So I thought that shit was tight because that plays into the next sequel of the game. So that's kind of like something important.
Like a tie-in, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's in that one, or if that's in Fracture Butthole, but I could be mixing both of them up.
No, that sounds familiar.
I think it's in Fracture Butthole.
It has to be Fracture Butthole, but like the farting does.
The farting is in there too.
It's very connected. So.
Like, because I remember you can fly in that one too with your farts and everything like that. Hella fucking funny. But yeah, what was like one of your favorite boss fights that you could remember?
Besides Morgan Freeman, probably Zombie Hitler Kenny.
Zombie Hitler at the very end?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I remember that one was actually kind of hard.
Yeah, it was kind of hard, but it was kind of funny. Like, he's just like speaking all like killer and gibberish and shit.
Right, and it's like the very last boss.
Yeah.
And like I think the only thing I hated was just because that Kenny was like a healer, so he was always healing himself and always summoning new fucking minions and everything. I was like,
it's just annoying as fuck.
I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, I thought this was an easy game. I think that was literally, besides the Morgan Freeman one, were the two hardest bosses there.
Yeah.
And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, I didn't think they knew ball like that, but like this was kind of hard. I actually had to fucking think.
Yeah.
I actually had to make sure like I had enough food to ration my ration my health, enough drinks to ration my my
mana.
MP, my mana and everything like that. So I was like, oh my god, why am I actually trying? That shit was hella hard.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, but like I thought it was dope, and I just thought, spoiler for anyone who hasn't finished the game, at the end of that, once you beat Kenny, it goes into the last cutscene where they're just all in the backyard playing. It's just I've fallen, but in the game, it's like it looks super epic. The city's on fire, the castle's on fire, everybody's coming in and out, everyone's bloody. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. But yeah, I think what also ties the game well together is the music they play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very, very South Park based, but very still South Park themed. Like anytime South Park makes a callback to any lore, whether it is Lord of the Rings, Marvel, or Facebook or anything like that, they make a spin-off of it. So like when you're traveling around, it does sound like you're traveling through like a Lord of the Rings type world,
Like in their environment, shit, yeah.
but it's like a song like they played in the show. So I'm like, oh, it's very recognizable. And
Yeah.
again, like when action scenes come around, you could feel the intensity ramp up. They even have like music for your battling, everything like that, just like how Pokemon Persona or all these other games get into. So you recognize you're going to be in a battle. So I think that's kind of nifty, don't you think?
Indeed. Yeah.
I've never used that word. Make sure to remind me to never use that word again.
Nifty.
Yeah,
It sounds very whimsy.
exactly. Never use that word either. But damn, so many things in this game makes it so good, right? What is something that you will remember about this game?
Honestly, like the commentary and the interactions, like all the jokes and stuff, like it just gets funny every time. I remember watching one. I don't think this was on. It definitely wasn't on Stick of Truth, but it was a Fractured Butthole. It was really funny because it was like the way he was commentating. He skips the cutscene, but like he skipped it perfectly, and it just worked out. I think it was with it's not Scott Tinnerman. It was that guy with diabetes. What's his name? Scott Malkinson.
Yeah.
So Scott Malkinson, he was like when he gets like the sugar rush, he's like, "Oh, you would want me with like in my sugar rush," and then like he skips the cutscene as he's taking the sugar rush, and then he's like laying down in bed.
Right.
It's so
Shit's
funny.
hella funny. But yeah, no, like I think what's gonna make this game memorable for me was just the attention to detail to make it like the show, right? And it's playable. Like again, it's one of the easiest RPG games you can play. Like it's like probably like what 11, 12 hours of story.
Yeah.
Like you could finish this whole game in a day, and with DLCs and everything too. So like, and it's.
I probably should get this one on my friend girl to play. Honestly, after Paper Mario, this would be a good one to follow
Yeah,
up with.
I think she would like it.
Yeah, 'cause she loves South Park, so
Yeah, so just prepare for how raunchy it is.
no, she knows how raunchy South Park
Yeah.
gets, so she'd prefer it.
But yeah, and I also just like the attention to detail with each story. Like when you see what's his name, like their crackhead coffee made friend Tweak.
Fucking love Tweak.
Yeah, so like there's a part where there's Tweak, and like you go into their coffee shop, right? And then
It's like a sweatshop type of thing.
not even just no, it's just they're in the back. And all of a sudden, these crackheads come up, and they're trying to fight them and everything. Where is it? And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. Ah!
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And then I just remember finding them. I was like, at the end of the battle, their dad goes, what happened? This is what happened. That's not what happened. Yes, it did. And like, I thought that shit was hella funny because I'm like, wow, they even make side stories per each side character, which is hella cool. But yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. I like it, and especially it connects like back to like how we said the show, like how Tweak and Craig are a thing. Tweak X Craig.
No, I think they do that in Fractured Butthole. They don't do it in this one.
They do in this one.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. It's just that their superpower together comes with it, but they have like their anime pictures, you know, the
yeah, yeah.
yaois.
Oh, yeah, that's part of it too.
Yeah, because one of the collectible items.
Yeah. I will say also just exploring the fictional South Park town is fucking cool. Being able to go to Shitty Walk.
You get to see like how small everything is. Shitty Walk.
Right. Right. So like I think like that's one of the things I'm like, oh, this is nice. Like you get to not only see South Park, but play this whimsical game that they made up in the show, and now they made it into a form of a video game with a lot of their other show details like Facebook, fucking Pokemon and everything like that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like this game isn't the hardest RPG game. Like if you were ever to introduce someone into an RPG game, but you wanted to convince them, and their favorite show just so happens to be South Park,
This is the one.
Literally have them pick up this one. It's super easy, super funny.
I think I
and-
prefer this one over Fractured Butthole though.
I gotta disagree with you. I feel like
I think Fractured Butthole ended way too abruptly fast. I feel like they was kind of rushed by the end. Everything was perfect until the end. per me.
I think gameplay wise, I can see why, but I think you haven't played the DLC in Fractured Butthole, huh?
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, I love the DLCs. I
DLC
thought it
was
was
good.
great. But like I think to me,
But the fact
Fractured
that-
Butthole.
The fact it's a DLC though. We've
Yeah.
talked about this. You know, like it doesn't have to be DLC if it's got to be part of the game. You know.
Yeah, but then DLCs and Stick of Truth wasn't that good.
because the main game was already good.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be good.
But I will say, I think the games coincide with each other because you see the progression. Because I will say, there's certain things in Fractured Butthole that's a lot better than Stick of Truth. But then some of the storyline in Stick of Truth was a lot more intriguing than Fractured Butthole. But then again,
not saying bad. It's a good sequel.
Mm-hmm. But overall, again, it's not the hardest game. One of the easiest RPG games you can play. If you were to make this game better, what is one thing you would make it? Whether it's mechanic, storyline, character, anything like that.
I'd probably say characters. I would add more to the selection. Like you can have first like support. I do like that it's just like your own character like interaction, like customize it so like you're part of that world and everything. Right. Or if anything, more classes. You know, there's way more classes that can be explored. Right. I feel like they can definitely go more into it.
Right. Like I feel like if they did expand the game more, if they did want to make it into like a bigger RPG game, all those aspects would be very great because like a lot of different games, especially a lot of RPG games, do have a lot of different classes. Like Path of Exile has like 6 different classes, right? Mm-hmm. But then with this one, it would be very nice. I think with one thing for me that would make this game a lot better, it would be kind of cool, kind of like what they did in their new game, like South Park Snow Day, where you can have other people join you in the game. I think that would have been like a cool thing.
Like an open world type of thing?
Yeah, not even just open world, like kind of like how other RPGs go, where you can do a raid and everything like that. Like let's say,
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Like let's say you can storm the castle again and fight Kenny. So like that would be kind of cool, right?
That'd be kind of cool.
Or like again, like you can go back into the whatever food court part that Morgan Freeman is and fight him again there, right?
Yeah.
And just like face all the bosses again, but then you can play with your friends too. I think that would be one fun aspect that would have been great.
Yeah.
But one last question I wanted to ask you before we head out of here for the day. Again, with all these South Park games, especially the Stick of Truth, they do so much with just one episode, one storyline, and they put a lot of tidbits into this. Out of all of their games, out of all their episodes, what storyline do you think would make a great game?
From all their episodes?
Because we know that this one is based off the Stick of Truth episode. Mm-hmm. We know that the Fractured Butthole is based off of their Marvel episode or the Coon and Friends episode, right? And then Snow Day is just based off of, I haven't really played that one, but then from what I saw, it's just a regular game that's just based off a regular Snow Day at South Park.
I mean, I feel like they already explored it with Fractured Butthole with like them being heroes, but I feel like they should go more definitely into it. I think it's just more like open world type of thing. Okay. I definitely would want to play as like Kenny's like Mysterion. Mm-hmm. Or at least like play each character differently and have their like own origin story, like how they got to know each other and everything. Maybe like have like a prequel or something like that. Okay. Maybe like how Kenny got his Cthulhu powers and everything.
I think they do cover that in the game.
Maybe, but yeah.
Well, they cover that in the show.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like more like in depth into the game, because I mean they've done it all right now and like in real world like type things that like this is pretty much the top, right? Is pretty much the Lord of the Rings and Marvels. This is like the biggest thing. If anything, probably make it more anime related.
They could
definitely do an anime episode.
Maybe. They definitely can.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's 2 that I can think about right now. You remember when they did the ninja episode?
Oh, with like the where with the ninja stars and everything, where they do a fucking ninja star at Butter's eye.
Yeah. I feel like they can make a game off of that as well.
Good.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like where they could kind of like explore like a Ninja Gaiden type game, right?
Yeah.
Where you're just kind of exploring in different bosses and everything like that as a ninja, and you're learning the ninja ways, blah blah blah. Or they made an app game of it, and it's based off one of their Western episodes. If they can do that and make it more like
Red Dead Redemption,
like a Red Dead Redemption type shit, I think that would be fucking cool. But like again, like it's gonna be like I know it's gonna be super easy, but then just to adapt those type of games into a South Park themed game, I think that's something that I would want to see next out of those 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. Don Pachis, it's been a while since it was just us 2 on the show.
Yeah, we've had a lot of guests recently, and that's this is what connects more with us because this is the kind of show we grew up with. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're more into like I'm not American Dad. The fuck am I saying? Family Guy.
I am, but South Park is pretty up there too.
Yeah, and like it connects really well. Like South Park has always been my favorite, so I always look forward to new episodes. Always look forward to new content. I even catch myself watching all old episodes and making myself laugh. It's still one of my favorite musicals of all time. So,
And like even like during like the COVID eras when me and Mariel started watching it a lot too. So
which
it was
Eris did too. Yeah.
yeah. So it was just kind of nice, just like to laugh and make something unserious, right? Because then during the pandemic and everything, we're all scared and everything. But
Yeah.
South Park made light of it, right?
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Whether it's like everybody's pain, but we're all suffering together, which was funny.
Yeah, they really did poke the fun of all the bad things.
Right. So it's like that's what I feel like these games do it as well. Like they make it very niche, and then you enjoy the laughs along the way. So like if you like South Park, whether or not you play RPG at all, like this is one of those games. Like it's entertaining. It's not the best game in the whole wide world, but I would give it like a solid like 8 out of 10 for overall.
For sure. Yeah, overall.
Yeah.
It could even be a 9 out of 10, really, honestly. I mean, for how they developed it and everything, and like this was their like first ever legit game to actually do.
Right.
I'd say it's a good solid 9.
Right.
Yeah, I think it deserved all the awards, all the praises that it got. It's not a broken game at all. It's really good.
Right. I like it. But yeah. Besides that, any last words, good sir?
Yeah, you can catch us up on YouTube, Buzzsprouts. Also catch us up on our Twitter. No, I'm just kidding.
We don't have
we don't have Twitter. I know it always gets you. Just kidding. We get it up on YouTube. You can also catch us on our Instagram and TikTok as well.
Yeah. Just to reiterate all of that from my good friend.
Minus Twitter.
You can catch us on all of our social platform. I know we've been lacking it a little bit. Life sometimes fucking happens.
Yeah, some of us are transitioning into new jobs and stuff. So
Same, like we both transitioned into new careers this year, and it's just the show. We still do the show monthly, like how we always do, but it's just
and it's still something we look forward to. Still,
it's something that we use to bond together. But then it's just sometimes editing clips is super hard.
Yeah,
and then we don't want to put out shit.
Bad clips in general, really. Yeah. I think it was that satisfy us. So,
but getting back into it, both me and Don Pachis are both going to take a well-needed vacation right after this episode.
I'll be flying to Japan for at least a month. Mm-hmm. But by the time I come back for the month, we'll have the next episode ready.
Right. So. And then for me, like I'm going to be flying out to my usual, my anniversary trip. So I'm going to be in Vegas again. So that's going to be super fun. But yeah. But anyways, you can catch us. You can follow us on all of our social platforms, Instagram and TikTok under CoFlop Gaming.
And you can check out our podcast on Spotify and YouTube as well.
Yep. But besides that, we're CoFlop Gaming.
Where we're good.
Sometimes.
And be smooth.